Hello guys and welcome to our Gameweek 17 preview. As usual, let's start with some stats and facts. Mo Salah has been involved in 7 goals in 4 Premier League appearances against Watford, while Sadio Mane has contributed 8 goals in 5 matches against them for Liverpool. Roberto Firmino has scored or assisted 8 in his last 6 against them. Liverpool have won their last 3 Premier League home matches against Watford 6-1, 5-0 and 5-0. No side have won 4 consecutive home matches by a margin of 5 or more goals against an opponent in top flight history. Leicester have scored at least twice in their last 8 Premier League matches, while Norwich have conceded at least in 13 of their 16 matches this term. Moving on to clean sheets odds, Leicester, Liverpool and Crystal Palace have the highest clean sheets odds in this game week. Feel free to check out the rest of the list for the odds of all the other teams. Next up are our budget picks for this game week. Firstly, Martin Kelly, in good form having kept 3 clean sheets in a row, taking his total number up to 6 clean sheets out of 9 games in which he played over 60 minutes. Among defenders priced at 4.3 mil or below, he is headlining the charts with form with 4.3 points. Past the first game week, opponents Brighton scored 2 goals or more in an away game only once, which was against Arsenal last week. Shelvey, currently Newcastle's top goal scorer, having found the net 5 times, that is at least 3 goals more than any other teammate. In good recent form, with 3 of those goals coming over the last 3 game weeks, he has attempted 8 shots and 7 key passes along that period. Opponents Burnley conceded a whopping 9 goals in the last 2 game weeks alone. Thirdly, Danny Ings. Among strikers priced below 8.9 mil, only Abraham 11 has scored more goals than Danny Ings 9, in an explosive form having scored a goal in each of the last 5 game weeks despite attempting only 6 shots on target, highlighting a massive efficiency. Opponents West Ham have conceded 2.33 goals on average over the last 6 games. Our favorite differential picks for Game Week 17 are: first this week we have Richarlison. The Brazilian striker has been Everton's silver lining this season, as the Toffees have found themselves in a sticky situation just outside the relegation zone. Richarlison has hit 6 goals so far this season, including 4 in his last 5. Last season he got 13 goals too, so we know he can sustain this good form. Everton play Man United next, followed by Arsenal, Burnley and Newcastle. Don't be scared off by the fixtures versus United and Arsenal. Neither defense is that good, and Richarlison has scored this season versus Chelsea, Leicester, Liverpool and Wolves. Vincenti Gaita, a bit expensive at 5.1 mil for a Palace player, but he is outscoring most expensive keepers by a margin. Crystal Palace have had 3 consecutive clean sheets and have a favourable run of games coming up where they can get a few more. Palace play at home to rivals Brighton, then away to shot-shy Newcastle, home to faltering West Ham, then away to relegation candidates Norwich and Southampton. Another plus for him is that Guaita should be safe from rotation during December's marathon of games. Crystal Palace have only conceded 18 league goals so far, bettered only by Leicester, Liverpool and Sheffield. Lastly we have Harvey Barnes. He didn't start last game, no returns for a while, but I still think he will play and do well as they play an awful Norwich defense. Barnes came on versus Villa and had a few shots on target, and he's primed for a recall after being rested. Leicester play the leaky Norwich next, followed by Man City and Liverpool, then West Ham. Although the City and Liverpool games are tough, Leicester are in a great scoring form at the moment, and Barnes has 5 assists this season, so don't rule him out. Our recommended captain picks in Game Week 17 are: firstly, Rashford, in hot blazing form with 5 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 game weeks, being the penalty kick taker has also helped him out. We expect more attacking returns from the youngster versus Everton and in the upcoming games. Secondly, Son. The Asian superstar has been on fire under Mourinho. Last week he scored a beauty of a goal against Burnley, which sums up his current form. He's got 3 double-digit FPL hauls in the past 3 game weeks, so captaining Son can be very rewarding. Finally, Vardy, the safest captaining pick at the moment. He scored in 8 consecutive game weeks, as he could be on his way to breaking his record of scoring in 11. He has a promising fixture playing Norwich home. He's currently owned by over 50% of FPL managers. Do you have the guts to not captain Vardy? If you do and you're not convinced by Son or Rashford, then Salah or Abraham should be your go-to options. To the last segment of our Game Week 17 preview, frequently asked question, and the first question is: keep or sell Lundstram after 5 consecutive blanks? No wonder many managers are considering selling Lundstram for another defender or for his informed teammate George Baldock, One factor to consider Landstrom's case is that he's a player with the most highest price rise so far this season, so you could only sell him for 4.5 mil max, which may leave you short of options in this price bracket. We believe that Landstrom still possesses a threat on goal along with clean sheet potential, so it certainly makes sense to hold on to him with 3 favorable fixtures to come: Aston Villa, Brighton and Watford, including 2 home games. Second question: keep or sell Burnley defenders after conceding 11 goals in the last 3 game weeks. After being known as a reliable defensive source of points for a long time in FPL, Burnley continued their wretched form after suffering the 3rd straight defeat to Jose Mourinho's troops last game week. Since game week 9, no other side in the Premier League have conceded more goals, 20, than Burnley, keeping in mind that they have conceded just 9 goals in the opening 9 game weeks, which reflects a huge dip in form for the Carlets recently. Burnley seem to have heavy legs on the pitch after playing 3 matches in the space of 7 days with nearly the same players. It remains to be seen if Sean Dyche could overturn Burnley's poor form after having a week to refresh. With a goal-shy Newcastle making the trip to Burnley ahead of Game Week 17, it would be wise to give Nick Pope and his teammates a last chance in this game week. Third question: who should we pick from Man United attackers, Martial or Rashford? With both Martial and Rashford on the score sheet, a debate is starting to be formed between whom to own from both. It's 2 goals and 2 assists for Martial in his last 6 starts, compared to an impressive 5 goals and 2 assists for Rashford over the same period. In fact, Rashford has registered more shots and shots on target, 22 and 9, than Martial's 14 and 7. In conclusion, Rashford seems to be on fire at the moment, and I'd pick him over Martial for the upcoming festive period, taking into consideration the wealth of options in midfield in the same price bracket of Martial, Maddison or Pulisic or Ali, or even in the premium price midfielders like Mane, Salah and Son. Fourth and last question: play Kelly vs Brighton home or Landstrom vs Aston Villa, also home. An injury to Joel Ward back in Game Week 13 ensured a guaranteed starting spot for the 28.5% owned Martin Kelly. Luckily for his owners, Palace have kept 3 consecutive clean sheets and appear to be solid at the back, with Kelly himself registering 20 points over the past 3 game weeks, which is great value for money after starting the season priced at just 4 mil. Palace will be enjoying very appealing fixtures until the New Year Day, which further consolidates Kelly's credentials in a starting spot in FPL squads. However, with the most owned defender in FPL, John Landstrom, enjoying a decent home fixture this weekend against Aston Villa, FPL managers have a tough decision to make. Palace have the form in their side now, so Kelly may be the upper hand in this comparison. To sum it up, if you own Liverpool and Leicester defenders, as most of managers have, it would be better to field Kelly alongside them. Else, and if you own just one defender from both Liverpool and Leicester, you can field both Kelly and Landstrom. This is it for our Game Week 17 preview. Thank you guys for watching. Check out our Facebook, Twitter and website for daily tips and updates. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Good luck in Game Week 17 and peace!